I'm just preparing myself. We are currently live now. Okay. The time is 10:42 a.m. South African time, and the day is the 5th of May, 2018. And it's morning in South Africa. And I greet you all from other countries. I know we have a time difference. Some it's night, some it's evening, some it's afternoon, some it's good day, some it's morning. So thank you again for joining us from South Africa. I don't know how shall I name this one, since I don't normally broadcast these days in the morning, but I felt that no, today it's Saturday. I know most of my fellow countrymen, they are around, they are not at work, and Saturday is the day where they do much activities around. So I know many might join us. Yeah. So I see Sharon. Sharon, thanks again from Perth, Australia. It's 4:45 p.m. Wow, that's late. The same time that I'll be having my second live stream at 16 hours, because 16 hours is the right time for me to cater for other people from around the world, especially Papua New Guinea and the Philippines, because after that, the Philippines, okay, let me see. What they normally do, they start their live stream broadcast at 15 hours p.m. until 16 hours p.m. Okay, so I will join after 16 hours p.m. Yeah. There's something that I've learned from Sharon Weller's live stream broadcast a few minutes ago, and that thing is very important. But I'm not going to narrate what she said, but I'm going to add something and support what she said. It's just an addition. Not unless Sharon allows me. Okay, and thanks for other viewers who are currently on board. If there's any question or something to share, please join us, share with us. Of course, there are things that we'll answer, there are things that we cannot. If something requires the blog, we will refer you to the blog. Okay. It's like this. With the billion coin, if I remember, since the day we launched in 2016, I'll mention two things. The billion coin has never, ever stopped us to participate in other things for living. They knew that before they came on board, we had our ways of surviving. Some of us are still working. Some of us, we were involved with other activities in order for us to survive. They knew that, and they still do. That is why they cannot stop us from taking part in other activities. But as long as we check out when we engage ourselves into different fields. And then secondly, Sharon Weller just mentioned in her live stream broadcast TBC and our families. That is true. Secondly, from the admin's point of view, admin has never stopped us to take care of our families. They knew that we had families before they even launched their program or our program of TBC. So that is a fact. So how I understand the whole explanation from my side is that at the end of the day, we still need a balance. It has to be a two-way road situation. So, and also, just to add something on that, let's give our families what they deserve, and we also have to give TBC their share, okay? Because remember, with the billion coin, it has never exact pressures to us or in doing TBC activities, but they forever request us to do something. Then it will be up to an individual to whether the person likes it or not. But, you know, we know what's happening currently within this community. But families, let us not disown our families. They will still be there. And thanks again, Sharon, for your husband to join us. I finally met him online, but next time I will meet him in person. I will shake his hand, just like Michael. And thanks again for the excellent broadcast, Sharon. Yeah, it has really encouraged me, others as well. That's 100% true. Yeah. Hi, Stephen. It's 4:44 a.m. in Virginia. Oh, wow. A.m. It's very early, eh? Stephen Coffey, it looks like you don't sleep, brother. You have to sleep 8 hours. We don't want you to collapse before we take that cruise, eh? Yeah, so I'm going to take about 30 minutes because, like I said, I should have named this broadcast a morning toast. I've joined already 2 live streams this morning. Stefan's live stream. We also had our Tibetians from Uganda this morning, though the signal wasn't strong enough. But that was cool. And thanks again, Stefan, for your excellent broadcast. I thought you were going to touch base immediately after your live stream because we need to talk, brother. There's a lot that we need to discuss. Anyway, like I said, it's a morning toast. I don't have much to say, but I was just encouraging you guys that families, let's not forget, because whatever we do in this community, we are doing it for them at the end of the day. We are not doing it for ourselves. Yeah. So there was a question currently concerning the delays on the transactions and wallets and etc. So when I looked at the whole discussions or printouts of the complaints, I see that with wallet issues, we have more people asking about the wallets. Even those who are not active, they are asking about the delays, the confirmation in the wallets. And then when I checked out the number, wow, it was uncountable, meaning the number was too big. I was shocked that where do these people come from? You know, I was shocked. I even forgot that we are over 3 million. Now, I read something that many people, they don't visit the block. The only thing that they are concerned about is what is happening in the wallets. Ask about the block, you'll only have 0.003%. Understand that? 0.003% about the block, people who are reading the block or visiting the block every day. About wallets, it was 99.0%. So we do have people in this community. But the question is, when it comes to wallets, why? Because it looks like now the whole focus within the billion coin is about the transaction, what is happening in the wallets. About certain things that are related to our mission, it's not a big deal. So I don't know. How do you see that, and what do we do about that? Can you share about that? In addition to that, I had a number of calls yesterday and SMSs, WhatsApp messages. They wanted to know what is happening about the delays, the wallets, and etc. And forgetting that everything after we have conducted the first test on the new system with the top Randy, the admin, and top 10, everything went well, everything ran smooth. The transactions were running. Myself, I even tried up to 100,000 full TBC coins to see that the system is running first. Yes, the system was perfect. But why the system now is having problems is because of the 111 TBC members who did not heed for the advice from the admin. They didn't take instructions. Remember that sometimes we might think that when the admin advise, people are listening. No, I don't think they are listening. They read, they hear, but they don't get learned. Few seconds after the admin has instructed us what to do about the send buttons, okay? Then 40% of our community, they did an opposite. What does that mean to us? When you look at a person front to front, face to face, you might see that person being intelligent or wise, right? But that doesn't mean that that person has learned what has been said. Let's put things into practice. Then you will see that that person read, but she or he did not get learned, because practically that person will do an opposite. So theoretically, we may look wise or intelligent, right? But practically, it's different. So let's check that one out. Now, the 111 disobedience members, they've cost us this situation of delay, backlog in the processing of transactions. You know, when you transact, you mean we can't wait for 15 minutes after one transaction? Is that difficult? There's much to be done within this community. Now, what is happening now, they are pumping us with millions, believe me, of questions. The only thing that we need to address now, why the transactions are delaying. Transactions are not confirming. The very same people who are asking these questions are the ones who belong to that 111. They've messed up big time. Most of you from this live stream chat today, I know that you have done your part. You have advised them. You showed them everything. You read everything. You explained everything. But in return, they will do an opposite. So it is not your fault. It's their fault. Now, but their fault, it's costing us. It's costing us big time because we don't even know when is the admin going to rectify their buttons, meaning to be turned on again, because they didn't listen. Now the admin has to consume another time fixing their mess. I'm not going to answer any question that is related to that from the people who have already messed up. Maybe I will do a compromise to the new members in this community that I can do. But those that I know that they haven't, they did not take a stand joining us in doing the right thing. I'm not in a position to help those. Yes. So let's see what our other divisions are saying here. Stefan, I found that cancel transaction did confirm in the Sivers wallet, but shows, you see, Stefan, as you can see that yesterday I went through some different reports about the transactions. Some, yes, it's true, Stefan, I'm aware of that, though I picked up two. We don't want this. It has to show on both accounts. But as soon as the situation is like this with our system, wow, it requires a technical department to work on that. And tomorrow, let us not cry and blame the admin again that there is a delay. Don't you think by doing this, not following instructions, it might catch up with us during the migration and after? There's going to be another delay. Is that what we want? Most of us, we have done our spade work and we have explained things the way the admin has advised us to do. Why people are doing an opposite, I don't know. But what I know is that as soon as your button has been turned off, don't expect admin to activate it immediately, okay? Let's see. Thanks, Stephen. Yes, Brother Stephen, they are not obedient. I'll come to that one. They are not obedient, yes. Okay, Sharon. Personally, let admin turn off their buttons for now. Then if they continue, of course, I would love admin to freeze their accounts forever if needs be and allow the new obedient communities to take over. Yes. Personally, I'm not saying the admin said that. Hi, John. How are you this morning? We had a report. They're doing fine, okay? Yes. Sharon, thanks again. All right. So now, about this situation, I've already shared with you some transactions, they will go through. those that have been cancelled, just forward your ticket to support. The admin will attend that when they are ready. But the ones that are confirming, say thank you. And then you must state when you address your ticket that it is confirmed in the receiver's wallet, but from your side, it did not. Then the admin, at least they must have that ticket in order to follow up accordingly. Now, another thing is that when we give them this report or when we forward the support tickets, we are also helping admin to see that the number of transactions that are going through, number of transactions that are canceling. So it helps them to attend some things. But honestly, we know the cause, because if the 111 didn't mess up, everything should be running smooth, because we never had this situation just after the test. Okay. So, yeah, let me check my time since this was a morning toast. Okay, we have about, let me see, 7 minutes. Yeah, if I'm not 10 or less. Yeah. So is there anything that you like us to share, or any testimony or any question, guys, before we go off? Okay, no questions. Let me check again. Check something from our viewers. Before I go off, let me go from number 1. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Lastly, how did you, oh, sorry. Yeah. Last one. How did you like the topic about an apple from Randy's live stream? Let's talk about that. An apple. It was the main topic towards the end of the Randy's live stream yesterday. How did you like that, guys? Oh, if you are quiet, that means, hey, you're not listening, guys. Okay. Okay. About the apple. Okay, Stefan is saying lots of keywords we can use. I was listening to Randy in a broader understanding. Yes, there are so many things involved. Okay. Thanks, Stefan. I'm going to ask you questions. Yeah, thanks. Let's hear what others are saying. Thanks, Sharon. Okay, I'm going to ask you a first question. The first question is, as I was listening, about 70% of the viewers liked the idea, and they did not consider that when you plant something, any seed that you plant under the sun, it requires some time and it requires maintenance in order for it to mature. But at the back of their minds, they forgot all that. Many people will be cutting corners. They will expect that seed to grow, and in about a week, it must produce something. That's what I've learned. Because as soon as Randy mentioned that, everyone went, wow, yeah, that is true. But not considering the stages, how the process is gonna be followed before that seed matures. I don't know, did you notice that? Time and maintenance. Yeah, that's true. Time and maintenance. Yeah. So I'm also expecting more questions or calls about that. They will confront us about it, that we have planted those seeds. How much time do they need to mature? You know, expect that. Yeah. But that was a good example. There are other examples for sure, and other things that we can compare with an apple. So, also, the way I understood that explanation was that the apple, I said, according to my understanding, was representing representing what we have so far in the wealth that we have already. Meaning, we have these apples with us. Each and every one of you have these apples or that apple. Okay, if you are an individual. So now, what are we doing with these apples, the wealth in our wallet? Are we doing anything about it? I said, that is my personal understanding. Why I'm sharing this? Because there was a number of questions from various live streams that, especially on Facebook, I saw quite a number of them. Okay, WhatsApp groups as well, even on our some of our live stream chats, that now we have followed 10, 100, 100. Our button has been turned on. Now, what do we do with these buttons? So everyone had an apple, and we still have. The problem was, did we go out and start marketing ourselves, or did you go out and start selling these apples to whoever who is interested? Because these apples are available, believe you me. The apple was a good example. Yes, exactly, Sharon. Now, people were talking about the real apple yesterday after the live stream. I said, guys, and I never answered anyone. I just looked at the phone. I said, oh, okay. This is interesting. I'll talk about it in our morning toast. And I asked many of them to join us. They're not here. because here we share things openly. And we have you, we have that one, we are backing each other up with the right thing or same mission. So these apples, we some of us started selling them from a few weeks after the launch of TBC in 2016 to date. And because apples are required worldwide, it's a precious fruit. No one will say no. Some, they're having these apples. They're still waiting for someone to come and say, may I have a bucket full of apples so that I can trade them for you? They're still waiting for that. And not forgetting that they might rot. When you say they might rot, yeah, they'll get rotten, of course. I'll tell you how. The same people, they are not aware that those apples will get rotten. How? By not paying their wallets. They don't want to pay their wallets. They say, no, we're waiting for someone to come, and the admin, we're waiting for admin to come and trade these apples for us because he promised that we are going to be rich. He won't pay you $10. The migration will be over in 90 days. That wallet will be gone. You won't be able to retrieve that wallet. So we are comparing things here. You understand what I'm saying, right? And some of us, in a weekly basis, they sell 10 apples, but it's good. Some 5, some 3, but every week. If this person is selling 3 apples per week, wow, that's a lot per week. That is 3, 6, that is 12 apples in a month. Remember the value of these apples available. 12 apples in a month. Okay, there are those who are making more. So, my fellow TBCians, for all your contributions, thank you again. Yes, Stefan, we have golden apples in cap locks, not lower cases. Let us ensure that we distribute these apples because they're already here. And we still have much store of these apples waiting for us to distribute. So I'm already on top of it since 2016, and I won't quit until I see many reaching out through this apple. And for our morning toast broadcast, I will say thank you. I need to attend some errands now, since our loving sister Sharon from Perth advised us this morning that, hey, our families and our personal lives are still important. We still need that room for that. Okay? So let me go now. I'll share with you at 4 o'clock today again. Yeah. And thank you again. I love you all. And to all our TBCians in Uganda, I'm saying take care. We are still with you and you're doing a good work. You have all our support. And I'll encourage many from South Africa to join me again on their return. We must show that we are alive and we have love to each and every one of us. And thank you again. Bye, everyone.